There's a saying from the village that if the goat cannot sleep, it means the hyena is nearby. In Nigeria today, we are the goats, wide awake, afraid, and wondering who let the hyenas in. Insecurity, in its simplest form, is fear. Fear that harm is near. It's the anxiety of traveling, the unease of sleeping, the worry of sending your child to school. And when a nation cannot guarantee safety, then that nation has failed its first duty. And nothing else works. Not school, not business, not freedom. Thomas Hobbes once said, "Without security, life is nasty, brutish, and short." In modern states, security isn't a favor, it's a right. The government builds armies, trains police, funds intelligence, and secures borders. Their job: prevent, protect, and punish. But what happens when those meant to protect us become missing in action? When leaders neglect this sacred role, they don't just fail the people, they abandon them. Nigeria stands at a crossroads of catastrophe. The numbers don't lie, they scream. Across every corner of our nation, from Kaduna's restless nights to Zamfara's terrorized dawn, from Jos to Borno, from Imo to Benue, our people live in fear's suffocating grip. Darkness brings bandits to village doorsteps. Daylight offers no refuge as kidnappers turn highways into hunting grounds. Children are torn from their school beds, their dreams shattered before they can bloom. Farmers water their soil with blood instead of sweat, paying the ultimate price for trying to feed a nation. But violence is only half the story. Hunger stalks the land like a second predator, gnawing at the hope of families already broken by terror. Two plagues ravage our homeland simultaneously. One steals lives, the other steals the will to live. Meanwhile, those who hold the power to heal sit in ivory towers, their comfort cushioned by budgets so bloated they could fund small nations. Every luxury, down to their toothbrushes, is covered while citizens count the cost in coffins. They transform our grief into their gain, turning solemn condolences into carnival stages for political theater. This is not governance, it's willful blindness wrapped in designer suits. Nigeria deserves leaders who feel our pain, not politicians who profit from our tears. It's often said, when a child cries all night, you question the elders within during the day because they never listened. The Nigerian state has failed to listen, and worse, failed to act. Billions are budgeted for security, yet our operatives lack the weapons. Insurgency picking them like toothpicks. Our police lack morale, and victims lack justice. The very shield meant to protect us crumbles under the weight of neglect. Demoralized officers, underpaid and under-equipped, struggle to hold the line against chaos. Yet in this climate of institutional decay, we witness a bitter irony. The same system that fails to support its defenders turns inward, as officers are forced to divorce themselves from their sacred duty to guard and protect. Let's talk about the silent war within. It is said that a hungry man is an angry man, and Nigeria has millions of both. While bandits wage war with bullets, hunger fights a deadlier battle with empty stomachs. Food insecurity isn't just a statistic. It's the invisible enemy that conquers from within, more ruthless than any external foe. When the stomach is empty, the head thinks in circles. Across our nation, families face impossible choices. Feed the children today, or save for tomorrow that may never come. Mothers water down soup until it becomes mere memory. Fathers skip meals, claiming they're not hungry while their ribs tell a different story. The cruel mathematics of survival play out daily. When a bag of rice costs more than a month's minimum wage, when gari becomes a luxury, when protein is relegated to Salah and Christmas dreams, the hand that feeds controls the mind, and Nigeria's hand has been systematically weakened. Food insecurity breeds every other insecurity. A man with an empty stomach has no ears for preaching. He has ears only for the whispered promises of those who offer quick solutions, however dark. Desperation makes farmers abandon their fields for fear, yet empty granaries drive others to desperate measures. A nation that cannot feed itself is already at war, and in Nigeria, farmers are no longer just fighting weeds, they're fighting bullets. Armed herdsmen, unchecked and emboldened, have turned peaceful farmland into battlegrounds. Grazing cattle, led by lawless men, now trample cassava, burn yam barns, and slaughter the very people who feed this country. The battle we are losing is not just the battle for physical nourishment, but for the soul of a nation. We create the perfect storm where hope dies and chaos thrives. are once guardians of peace, now shadows on uniform carrying AKs, standing watch over greed while justice sleeps. For scraps, they've mortgaged their children's tomorrow, guarding the very rot that bleeds the nation hollow, reduced to glorified errand boys for corrupt political parasites who can't declare their assets genuinely, just for peanuts and shame. Insecurity in Nigeria is not just a tragedy, it is more like a business. Contracts for arms go missing. Terrorists escape mysteriously. Security votes disappear. No receipts, no results. Corruption has tied the hands of our forces and opened the gates for chaos. Because when a man is paid to protect but keeps the money and ignores the threat, the criminal becomes bolder and the citizen becomes the victim. Today, we are hungry, angry, and unsafe. But we cannot wait forever. The leaders must act. The people must rise and demand accountability. Political seats have become illegally lucrative. Not a call to serve, but a prize for the highest bidder. The reason they wage war, not to win votes, but to buy chaos. Elections aren't contests of ideas anymore. They're auctions of violence, fueled by deep pockets and dirty money. This is Straight Talk on your favorite talk show. No spin, no filters, just facts. To join the conversation, follow us on all social media platforms. Speak up, share, demand better. From me, stay safe, stay informed, and don't forget, a silent nation never gets justice.